and welcome to another episode of Behind the Mask. It is awesome to be here. It is a pleasure to be here. It is always just, and I always sound like I'm one of those hype guys. I feel like I should get on one of those stages with the rappers and be all like, yo, 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 what's up? What's up? And look at my arms disappear because of the green.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're on a blue screen right now. Or, sorry, green screen.
Green screen. But as always, I am your host, Eugene, with my wonderful co-host right there, wearing our old school BTM jersey, which, dude, I think we got to get a new one. But I do love those things.
Yeah. Well, I think part of the issue is that we need to find the right company to make the new one. We've got far too many options available to us.
Yeah, I mean, because we're so in demand that so many people want to make those for us, but it happens sometimes
more so than you might think.
True, this is true. But guys, come on, this is why sometimes we're like, I don't know. I'm kidding. No. But we do have a great show tonight because we have not one, but two guests, which we're really excited about. One is going to be our guest reviewer we finally have a gear review. So we're really excited about that because we're always talking about how we want gear reviews and we never, because we sometimes just can't get gear. But we have Lupe, who we all love, is instead of just being in the comments, will be coming on the show and talking about a marker that's come out. So we're excited about that. And then our guest, who, oh my gosh, sorry guys. Our other guest, which we have announced, and should we just say his name now, Dennis?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
you're right.
We were lucky enough to get a response from him, and
Oh, Mom's on tonight.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Our first guest, or our first comment tonight. So yes, we have Brandon from Sunday Paintball, which Dennis, because I do not want to butcher his name because you got it right the first time, and his last name is?
His last name is Perdo.
Perdo. There we go.
Not Perdo. Not Perdo.
I didn't say Bird. I didn't say Birdo.
It sounded like you said Perdo.
My accent. I get it.
Okay.
I'm Mexican, all right. Jeez. Gosh. Jeff
Jeff. Oh. Look, Jeff in the comments. What, friend? How you doing?
Jeff, how's it going? Jeff. Oh.
Very cool. Yeah.
I don't have that Jeff like I used to have.
He's trying to out Jeff you.
I'm gonna out Jeff the Jeff. But all right, guys. So as always, we have to have you back on soon, Jeff, especially to talk about what's been going on with Bunkerfest. So that's something to keep in mind. But as I always like to start off by talking about our favorite drink, which I already opened it. Oh, look at that. We're twinsies tonight. Oh, we're both drinking the same thing, which is Ghost. And this is actually the cherry limeade. Guys, if you haven't tried it, get out there. Wait till I drink this. When I'm halfway through the can, Jeff, I will give you the Jeff smirk. It'll come.
I'm cracking mine right now.
But it's got that. Yeah, I did. I was like, oh. But it's got that legendary energy, epic focus, no sugar, and no artificial colors. It is a great drink. It's got a lot of caffeine, which gets me going all the time, and I always love drinking it. So they've also got a lot of great supplements, and now you guys can get them pretty much everywhere. They're taking over. Walmart, Target, 7-Eleven, AM/PM, Kroger's, Stater Brothers. The list goes on, and also GNC and Vitamin Shop.
Yep.
And that's where they also have all their other supplements. So if you guys
want to check World Takeover.
Yeah, it's pretty much, they have their site, which is Ghost Lifestyle. It is becoming a lifestyle. It literally is. So check them out.
They've got some sick hoodies too.
I'm waiting for the Ninja Turtles to come back.
Right?
I can't wait. It's the 26th. So if you guys are listening to it, check out their site on the 26th, and they will have Ninja Turtles hoodies are back. So really cool. So check them out. Instagram is Ghost Energy, Ghost Lifestyle, and Ghost Gamer. Online, it's ghostenergy.com or Ghost Lifestyle. So moving on from that, I'd like to also throw a shout out to Dr. Squatch, which, because this is an old background. You don't see the Dr. Squatch that I have now up in the background. Check them out. They're really great soaps. They smell really great. They're great, and they're meant for men, manly men like us, and our kids, Lupe, Brandon. We're all men, right?
I've got my bar saver in here. I've got it's the pine tar.
That's cute. That's a cute little.
I don't want anybody stealing my soap and using it. So
that's true. I mean,
take
the
it with
soap
me.
is not cheap, so
it's like the new version of soap on a rope.
Well, see, being in the military, we don't need soap on the rope. It falls, and then there's a oh, sorry, Jeff. Jeff knows. Jeff will know.
Will Jeff know? I'm thinking Jeff won't know. I'm thinking he won't admit to it anyway.
Deny it. He's going to deny it, but it's okay. That's how it goes. What happens when you're in the military? Yeah, you see a lot of dongs. It's just the truth, guys. I'm just going to lay.
Wow, this show went off the rails fast. See?
Don't lie. You know you had it on a yo-yo. You're like, whoop! I'm just kidding, guys.
God damn it!
We need young Phil here, man.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
All right. Enough of that stuff. Let's move on to our first segment. Let's get into, because we've got our guests waiting. So let's move into and talk about all right, guys, Tourney Talk. So right now, I mean, everybody's just ramping up for the next event.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner. We've got it at the end of the month, which is Lone Star State Major, correct?
Yep. All events are going to be on the NXL is no longer doing any minor events. Everything is going to be a major event.
Everything. So that's what everyone's gearing up for. We don't really have too much going on. We haven't seen too many rumors or anything as far as the paintball industry. We have a new mole out there, and we're hoping that he can get us.
Yes, to an extent. I'm actually going to work another angle and see if maybe we can get another source of information, and we'll see how it goes. But yes,
yeah, and then also Jeff being here, and even our guest who's done the Bunkerfest events. We want to also shout out to Bunkfest. Is going to be coming up next month, which obviously we will be talking more about it as it gets closer. Hopefully, maybe even have Jeff come on to talk a little bit more about the event, or how at least the first one, right? First one. So
well, we have a very good idea of how the first one went from all of the feedback. I mean, the guys over at Bunkerfest and Chris at Under, I mean, they're very transparent, and they opened up their Facebook and whatnot to comments from the public. What did we get right? What did we get wrong? And they take all of that information and they use it to make the next event that much better. They've already been announcing that a lot of the vendors that were at the first event are coming back, especially the ones that were real popular, like the taco truck, and there's a few other food vendors that went over very big, and people were really excited to see. So, but I mean, they've got a well-oiled machine going. And the fact that they're open to listening to the players, listening to the people who are attending the events, and using that constructive criticism to make each event, that much more enjoyable. I mean, that's a formula that's not. You're gonna succeed.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one's gonna be there this year.
We'll see, I guess, but I do like the fact that they had, with military terms, they had an open AAR for everybody. Which, if you guys don't know what that is, it's an after action report, not Lupe, not AARP, which I know you're up to close to that, but AAR, and it opened up the comments, and they're so open to hearing from everybody who attended the event and they're going to fix those things. Which, dude, what event does that? I mean, other than the events will hear the gripes and complaints, and they're like, "Oh wow," and then they'll have excuses. These guys are like, "You know what? You're right. We'll fix it. We'll change this."
Or at least do what they can to rectify the problem. I mean, unfortunately there are some things that are out of people's hands. You know, yes, in a perfect world we would have, you know, a layout that is you know, favorable to all the vendors, favorable to the fields, the teams, what have you. But I mean, when you're working with so much square footage, you do what you can. Oh my God.
Well, I'm not up there yet, so I don't know what that is. So yeah, but yeah. So you know what? It's nothing but good things that we have to say about as far as Bunkerfest. We still haven't yet to attend. We need to get out there. I mean, I would love to do commentary for that too. That'd be awesome. Hint, hint.
That would be awesome.
But so yeah, Jeff, just and let Chris know that, dude, we talk about Bunkerfest even though we've never been to it a lot, and we promote the hell out of it because it's a good event.
Excuse me.
Anyway, all right. Well, yeah, I think that's pretty much it because we gotta get to our gear review.
Me. Sorry.
We know that it's gonna be a while. I know we got to come down. We do. We got to figure out a way to get down there. That's the problem. Unfortunately, for the next one, Jeff, I've got to be out at stupid training. I've got less than lethal that weekend that I got to go through. So I got to go tase some fools and spray some fools in the face. So I like doing that part. I like. I hate it when it was done to me, but when I've got these little privates that are like, I've never had it done before. So
essentially, what he's saying is, when he can pull rank, it's nice.
Oh, dude, when I get to pull a taser and see somebody go, oh yeah, it's good times. Anyways, all right. So that is it for. And it's time for a segment that we haven't done in a while. And I actually have something else that I want to pull out during this segment too. That didn't sound too good, but I am going to pull something out during the segment. And we're going to bring in our first guest, which is going to be, like we already announced, Lupe. So it's time for some gear review. Lupe Talatlia, PB Dad Extraordinaire. You are, Lupe. What? You're muted. Oh, we had him earlier.
We had him.
And we never said Oklahoma. You there, Lupe?
I think he's still trying to get it figured out.
He'll get it figured out. No sound. No sound from you. All sound from us. His computer's like, you're putting something into your ear. All right. Well, Lupe's figuring that one out. Let me move off camera really quick because got something in the mail.
Oh, yes.
Yes, this is a piece of gear. Hearing aids on.
Yeah, exactly.
This was sent to us, or sent to me, from Mike over at Charm City.
Yeah, and our good friend Mike, who had by the way, got to congratulate him. He, hey, there he is right there.
Right on time.
Okay, I don't know what the hell happened. Y'all went like mute.
Oh, we weren't mute. It was on your side. But really quick, I got to open this up. I got to do this now.
Yeah.
So this is something that Mike said he was working on for me, and I was really excited. And I haven't opened it. And he's all like, "Are you gonna open it?" I was like, "No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna wait till I'm on air." And I kept getting the question. I didn't answer because I was like, "I'm gonna wait." The more I think about it, I'm gonna open it up sooner. So, no, gonna do it now. Look at it. See?
Do it. Do it.
Boom. Oh my God. Well, one, it's a headband, which I knew, but
Yeah. So
Mike
as we said, Mike over at Charm City does some sick headband head wraps. He's gonna be branching out. Mike, don't think I didn't see those T-shirts that you posted up either. I'm waiting.
This is not. I mean, this is custom made.
Look at that! Look how sick that is,
dude. I am a huge Dr. Pepper fan. If you guys don't know, so if you guys want to send like Dr. Pepper stuff, by all means, I will drink up, eat up, wear Dr. Pepper stuff. I watched this video about this old lady that said that she was 98 years old, and since the age
101,
101, she was drinking a cup of Dr. Pepper a day, and that's why she lived so long. So seeing how I started when I was like younger, I'm probably gonna live to about 200. So, but look at this thing.
Look at that. Yeah, that is so amazing. Now, Mike.
Oh my God, I love. Look at this.
Yeah,
that is freaking nice.
Yes, he hand stenciled and hand dyed that entire thing.
That's
it's unbelievable. The quality of that headband is so great. Mike, you outdid yourself with that. It looks so good.
Right on.
Now I just cut off all the blood circulation in my head.
Yeah, your pompadour's gonna go flat.
I know. It's still there. All right, we're good. Dude, this thing is, oh my God. Mike, oh my God, thank you so much. All right. Sorry, Lupe.
Oh, no.
Okay. Let's move on. Let's do, I don't want to wear this out on the field. I really don't.
You'll offend him if you don't.
I know, but all right. Now Lupe is walking away. All right, Lupe. Let's talk. Let's talk more paintball. Dude, this is sick.
Dude, that is so cool. Oh, that's so amazing. That is so amazing. So as you saw down there on the bottom, guys, that's Mike's Instagram. By all means, check him out. You can also find him on Facebook. In fact, he just dropped another limited run of some headbands earlier today that are real nice. So please check him out. Support our boy. Yeah. So nice. Man, that's so nice.
All right, Lupe, what do you got? Some paintball gun or something like that? I don't know what.
Yes. So the latest thing with all the kitties is this brand new gun called an STO. Now,
look at
that. Wait, wrong gun. Okay. Let's see. They're all laying around me. Let's see.
Lupe comes with props.
Look at him flexing on camera.
Definitely not that one.
Wait, no, not this gun.
Not this one. Okay. Oh yeah, this one in the box. Okay. So what we have that was sent to us courtesy of Planet Eclipse and B Youngs, and Destiny Paintball is the new 180R that we were supposed to have Friday for the weekend, and we did not. So we had to borrow one of the Dallas Vibe ones to do some of our shooting videos with it. So get rid of that. Open that.
Lupe.
Oh, I knew. Yeah, it is. And I found out just recently, Jeff, who made these hats. This hat's freaking flat. I could freaking set a T set on this thing. It's so flat. I like it. So, anyway, comes with the new style cases. Love it. And the gun they sent her / the Destiny girls is the blue and gray.
Dude,
so
that's nice.
Dude, I love that color scheme already. It's so nice.
Yeah, I honestly thought we were going to get one of the Ember ones, but it looks like a lot of the players got this color, and the Ember ones went to the shops, like A&S and Pro Edge and Masons and stuff. So, but anyway, yeah. So it's one of the nice things. It uses these.
Oh,
You call them what they are. Freak XL.
It comes standard with the S63 barrel.
Yes. Well,
What?
not exactly. Not exactly, because then the S63 has the cutouts on it. This does not. This is
Okay. So it's almost like Eclipse's Freak Junior.
yes.
Okay.
So
Now what bore size comes stock with it?
689.
That's 6.8. Okay.
Pro Edge is sending me the two. I mean, obviously the 685 is the most used insert down here in Texas, and so he sent us one of those, and he sent the smaller one too, just in case. So, very similar in size to like my shocker here, my amp. I will say it shoots a lot better out of the box than the amp.
Okay.
I was actually really surprised at how well it shot. I mean, just blowing kisses, as I call it. Just didn't have much kick to it. When I first pulled it out of the box and shot it, I thought, okay, well, the velocity must be down on. So I got my chronograph, hit it, and it was 277. So I cranked it up out of the box.
Wow, nice.
And with old junky paint that we had from Christmas. And so I cranked it up a little bit, got it up to about 290, and it was still, I mean, the barrel is just steady. I mean, if you see the videos that Haley posted, she really liked it. I mean, I don't think it's a stretch to say it's pretty much a baby CS3. Because I mean, the core is very similar to it. I think what they were saying on the show, it's just a shortened down OP core.
Okay.
I'm kind of getting on more and more on board with that one. I didn't do too much with the CS3 because the only CS3 we had was at Cup that we were sharing amongst everybody else between AC Kids and Destiny. So
I'm going to pull up that video as you're talking of her shooting it. So,
but I mean, just getting the general feedback from her and some of the Vibe girls, because they also had one with the same color. They really liked it. So, see, that's the Vibe one right there.
Dude, look at that consistency.
It's super. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's super consistent. That's nice.
Yeah,
that's really, really nice.
So, I'm impressed. And just, you know, it kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't even think for a second that they were coming out with another 180 right now. I mean, random day out of but no, I mean, it's real nice. I've been watching the tech videos all day because want to be the one ultimately tearing these things apart when something happens. But I mean,
right.
I mean, besides the core and maybe some of the milling and the barrel, it's everything else the same. Eyes are the same. Looks like the board's the same. The pops at the bottom is pretty much the same. So
sure.
So
now,
I mean,
that's kind of an Eclipse standard now. Is their pops ASA.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are we looking at? Because the rest of us lowly people, what are we looking at? Price.
During Jack Wood's presentation, I thought this was funny that he harped on for probably a good amount of time of talking about inflation and everything. These are gonna retail when they finally hit the stores at $10.95.
$10.95.
Yes.
So not quite that entry level, price tag.
No, not anymore.
But that being said, I would trust you on your word that, I mean, if this is essentially a CS3 with, as you said, a slightly shorter drivetrain, different milling, it makes it a lot easier to go, you know what, 1095 is not that bad considering a CS3 is what, 12?
Try again.
13, 14, what?
14.
Try again.
You're looking at like 15 to 16 for it.
We're looking at 17.
17 for CS3. So you're essentially getting what's effectively almost the same gun for almost half the price.
Yeah, I think so. And then, it just, what's the other little things to it? The programming, and you got to hold the trigger on this and hit buttons. Who cares? That's easy stuff. But I mean, this gun will keep up with anything. I mean, my little shocker here that I got from Diesel was $10.95 right here. and it came with, but I had to do a bolt upgrade on this to get it to shoot the way I wanted. This actually got a staunchy bolt in it because I couldn't find an F16 on it. But this gun shoots very similar to a CS2 in my book. And with my janky, hand, kind of helps me,
Well, I mean, anytime I hear these prices for these markers, my butthole just puckers, and it's just
like, I mean, $1,800. I guess they figured, well, we'll jack this one up to 1,000, and everybody will be, well, you know what? It's not as much as when these were what the original ones were $800, $795. Because I think I got mine at Texas when it was still at Texas Motor Speedway, the 170, that Haley's old 170. Yeah, guy knocked off 100 for me, and it was $700. So that gun's still floating around here somewhere. I think one of my buddies got it now, but
dude, it's so expensive to play paintball, but we love it, and we
do it anyway.
We do anything that we can to play. I mean, shoot, to the point where some of us might even sell our firstborn if means I get to play more. All right.
I got to sit on a conversation yesterday driving back from Dallas, where Haley was talking to her friends, and they're trying to go on a trip to Mexico. So they're all trying to figure a way to do it, and they're talking about selling plasma. I was like, really?
Well, how much do we get for plasma? Because I thought semen was more than plasma. Because
they said $100 a round or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Much.
And apparently, I guess it's different from giving blood, because when you donate plasma, they give you your blood back or something.
Yeah, yeah. They take it out and then give you back the leftovers.
Yeah.
Now, if I go in there and just produce a full cup of something else,
they're going to tell you're in the wrong place.
Sir, that's not what we do here. Oh,
yeah.
I even brought my own magazines.
Oh my God. On that note, we actually have.
That was a great
Here we go.
Yeah.
We've got a guest waiting, and
we're gonna have to catch a flight to Oklahoma. So
that's my safe word now.
Was it in the words of Yakko Warner? Good night, everybody.
All right, guys. Well, that was our Lupa. Thanks for bringing that up. And look at that thing. If you guys,
I mean, I think that's beautiful. I really like those color schemes.
So
yeah.
Oh man. All right, guys. We are done with this segment. So that is. It's always fun times here. I think we lost your mom, Dennis, because that last comment.
yeah, probably.
She's like, oh my God. This guy's a potty mouth. Yeah.
It's like, donate what? Click.
All right. Well, guys, it is time for us to bring in our guest. We've had him waiting long enough, listening to this nonsense, and I'm sure he's like, oh my God, what did I get myself into?
Right. he's like, guess what show I'm never coming on again?
It's like, yeah, there's the guest, and he's like, click.
Yeah. Perfect timing, because the autopsy of Dana Plato just ended.
Oh my God.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it is time, and we are really happy to have him come on. It was awesome that he actually he like said yes to come on, because it was a comment that he made on what was supposed to be the Master Geek Theater that we were going to have, and that's what caught our attention. We're like, we're going to mention him. Hold 1 second. Yeah, I'll be right out. All right, cool. Yeah. Sorry, guys. When I'm not at home, I get all kinds of distractions, but. He wanted to see American Ninja, which we didn't get to see on that show, which we ended up watching Sidekicks, which I don't know if he's watched that show or that movie. I'm sure we'll find out from him. But yes, with that, and Dennis, you're going to have to say his name once we come into the segment, because obviously I butcher his last name with my Mexican accent. I'm Mexican. What do you expect? But here we go. Time for... Brandon
Prideaux.
Prideaux. Where?
Nailed it.
I'm gonna let Dennis. Yeah, let's do this. Yes. Welcome.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on.
No. Thank you for taking the time to come on with us, and thank you, as Eugene said, for hitting us up for the Master Geek Theater. It's a shame that we couldn't make it happen for you.
I mean, I literally forgot about that movie. You guys brought it up, and I was like, I used to watch this movie a lot, and I loved it.
Dude, that movie is a cinematic classic. I don't care what anyone wants to say. It was an amazing movie. When I was a kid, and I just watched it, actually prior to us watching it, or supposed to watch it on that Saturday, I watched it again, and I was like, oh my God, this movie is horrible. What was I thinking when I was a kid? But it's still great. I'm going to watch it all over again.
We all wanted to be Michael Dudikoff.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
We did, especially when he put that bucket on his head and then he like taps it and he's all like, come on. I'm like,
I mean, that's got to be the only thing he did, and it was still the best.
Well, yeah, it was like
that
50,000 American
and 3.
Actually, he wasn't in 3. He came back for number 4.
So. Oh, that's right. He was not in 3. He came back for 4. That's right.
He took a
that's
break.
Right.
Yeah. But Brandon,
oh my God,
it is awesome to have you on. And like I said, that was what was kind of like, I was like, oh shoot, you know what? Let's see if he'll want to come on our show. Let's entice him with the movies.
Yeah.
And then, bring you on.
Dangle the carrot.
It was a no-brainer. By the way, your guys' production value is amazing, so you should be proud of what you're doing. I'm happy to be a part of it.
Oh, thanks. I mean, it's.
Wow.
I'm glad I'm glad we're running actually smoother than some episodes that we're like.
That's true. Wow. That's true.
Must have cut y'all on.
There have been some rough days.
Yeah.
Must have cut y'all on night when y'all were doing y'all Star Trek like. We're taking hits, Captain.
I'm gonna let that one slide because of the choppy camera work, but we don't do Star Trek. It's Star Wars or nothing.
Oh gosh.
Well, Brandon, Star Wars, Star Trek, or neither?
Ooh, neither.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it was great having Brandon on, and.
Save that stuff for Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll save it for Wednesday. Yeah.
But at least we got you with American Ninja.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, there's a lot of classics we could go down the road on. So don't count me out there. But not a big Star Trek, Star Wars fan.
That's okay. Not everyone.
It's not for everybody. It's not for everybody.
We're all ice pirate guys.
But pirate guys are definitely us. All right, so Brandon, so let's start off with the way I like to start off with most of our guests. So you were born, and then there was paintball.
Thanks, Jeff.
And you fill in the rest. So how did you get, let's start off by saying, like, how did you get into paintball?
Yeah. So I did some research on you guys a little bit. I wanted to come in and, I watched the Rich Telford episode, who's one of my favorite guys in paintball. I used to play for him, so we'll get into that. He said, like everyone else, and it was like, so I actually remember my dad playing a couple times when I was really young and came home with the little PGPs and the 10-round tubes. And I was like, this is cool. This is kind of neat. And I never got to, play, with him. I got to play with him, but not like when I was a kid. And then I ended up going to a birthday party. I swear to God, that's exactly how it happened. At an indoor field in Spokane, Washington. I was born in Spokane, Washington.
Oh, wow. There's
an indoor field up there that was super neat. Not like anything we're used to playing now, but it was more like scenario rooms and different creative rooms and real tight quarters. But I ended up getting hooked and then buying guns, and then all of my neighbors would play out in the trees, and so it just grew up. But then I was on my first tournament team at 14 up in Spokane, Washington. Virtual Assault in Spokane, Washington. I don't know if it's still there, but it was cool.
Very nice. And then you just never left.
Never left. Tried many times. many a times. Yeah.
You know, Gary Baum of Paintball Photography, he said that the term for it is LWAP.
We're all LWAPs.
Yes.
What is that?
Life without parole.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, you get married, you have kids, you're like, no, I got to grow up a little bit, and then it just brings you back. It just
brings you back.
Yeah.
It brings you back.
It creeps back into your
awesome.
life. It creeps back into life. Like for us, we literally took a 10-year hiatus.
Yeah.
And here we are again.
Yep.
Same here.
Yep.
Yeah. See, Lupe. Yeah. I mean, that's the story of almost every paintballer. It just, once it gets into your blood, it's just in there now, and it's stuck. It's not going to come out.
But with all three of you, and myself saying the same thing, you got to be honest with people and say, look, paintball's always going to be there. So go get your shit in order. Go get your life in order. That way you can come back and enjoy paintball and not be tight on cash all the time or making your wife upset. Like, go get your life in order and come back, and paintball will still be there.
Oh, I still do all of that. So,
Lupe, really quick. I like that one video that you had of you throwing the turtle shell at your wife. I was like, I saw that coming. I was like, he's going to throw it at her.
Oh, you ought to see some of the other stuff that I've known her long enough where I can get away with that stuff. But yeah, she bitches about paintball all the time. So,
but yeah, I mean, it's totally true, Brandon, that everybody struggles to try to play the sport. But if you get things together, you can actually play this and enjoy this. It doesn't always have to be that struggle.
Yep.
And you could actually turn it into like what you have and a legitimate business now.
Yeah, well, thank you for calling it legitimate. That was a nice compliment.
Well, it's absolutely true, because you only need to take literally a brief, scan of your Instagram account. I mean, you have kind of blown up in a very short period of time, and that's something to really be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Man, and Dennis, thanks for saying that. I am very proud of it. Here's what I say. I started Sunday Paintball with the sole reason to give back to the sport because it's blessed me so much. And then the sport keeps continuing to bless me, which keeps pissing me off because it was my turn to give back. Right? This is my turn to give back. It's not supposed to keep giving back to me. And so, I mean, there's guys on, there's guys on this feed right now that are super, super supportive and have blessed me. So yeah, it's been awesome. I get text messages all the time of Sunday Paintball out in the wild. I just shipped to North Pole, Alaska last week.
Oh, wow.
Like, that's just when you start having that, it's just awesome. And really we're just trying to do something good for the sport. And it's been working. So I can't say enough about this paintball community. We continue to be blessed by the paintball community. And that's exactly why we're doing this. And it's not just me. My wife is a big part of this, actually. So if you can get your life in order and get your wife as part of it, then life is really good when it comes to paintball.
Yeah. Lupe.
Dan, Dan's
on board.
Dan, you guys got a good following on here. These are all Sunday Paintball fans.
These guys are because of you. They're because of us. Well, the first time it's like we've got a great turnout tonight, but it's because of you, because of what you've been doing with Sunday Paintball. I mean, just from your Instagram and even so, if you did some research on us, then you kind of know who, like, kind of where we came from.
All this talk.
If you don't know who we are,
Brandon's like, I have no idea who you guys are.
I want to learn more. I tried to watch some of your episodes today, but I also have a big boy job, so I didn't have all day to do it.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
So back in 2006, I started Sunday Clothing, and it was literally our name was Sunday.
Oh,
And we were the Make It to Sunday guys.
so heavy into the videos.
Not just the videos, we also had a full line of apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a very heavy into the video production, right?
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was us.
There's so many. That's awesome. There's so many interconnections. We could go down some serious rabbit holes right now, by the way.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's do it. We can definitely do that.
Well, okay. So one is Thomas Taylor's one of my best friends in the sport because I played on excessive with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I started this, he has like 9,000 megs of video from you guys on DVDs. You guys gave it all to him.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
So he has all that still.
And in exchange for that, he sold one of because we used to play. I'm sure you probably saw us at various MPPLs. We actually used to play for Keebler Factory.
I totally remember that jersey.
Yeah.
Totally remember that jersey. Yeah.
Yeah. And in exchange for a bunch of that footage, Thomas actually gave one of our guys his 05 Excessive Ego.
It was
wow.
So somewhere out there is Thomas's 05 Excessive Ego floating around.
So
there's some really cool stuff. Yeah, trust me. I saw you guys back in the day. I mean, and when the website was available, I swooped right on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, like
more power, dude. More power.
Somebody else picked it up because I mean that's like honestly when you first came out. I'm gonna be honest. Let's get real, guys. Let's get real.
Eugene's like cards on the table, man.
Lay it out there. Since I got Brandon on this show, I'm gonna just no. I was like, who the heck is using Sunday? What is this? Why am I seeing Sunday everywhere? And Dennis is all like, well, I'm like, no, there's no well. What is it? So, and then I started looking into it and looking at it, and then I was all like, well, and Dennis had to bring me back down and be all like, well, Sunday's gone. I said, yeah, I know, but it's mine.
Yeah. And once I realized it was, fair game, I mean, I tried searching for the website and everything. And really, when I sat down, there was, it's like an opportunity where, I was making this a couple of years ago, I was making clothes for other people, right? Lupe, the hat Lupe is wearing, I actually made. And so I was making gear for other people and I had some ideas of my own and I've always wanted to give back to paintball. Even 15, 16, I was getting paid. All my paintball was getting paid for by two guys that just wanted a good team in Central California. I had no reason getting paintball paid for and it was getting paid for. And then eventually I worked for a store in Southern California and then got picked up by the Bushwhackers and got picked up by Excessive. And so I've been truly blessed by paintball. So I've always said the minute I can give back, I'm going to give back. So I had this opportunity and I thought, man, I'm making I can make gear myself. I can make clothes. I can make hats. And I've got some ideas myself. And then it hit me like Sunday Paintball, it was a great name because I wanted to give players more Sundays. That was my vision.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, that the slogan we went with was "Make it to Sunday."
And so the difference is everyone thinks it's because of the finals, and for me, it's not that. It's every Sunday grind with your friends, forgetting about work, forgetting about everything else. It's knowing that you have 15 homies that are waiting for you at the field, and they're going to be happy to see you. That's what I wanted. I wanted to give more Sundays, and however I could do that, I wanted to figure it out. And so then I went and, Sunday Paintball, that actually SundayPaintball.com was not available then. Oh, sorry, it was available, but it was available for $4,000. I was like, I haven't even printed a shirt yet. I can't spend $4,000. Oh, we could go. This is the longest story in history.
Oh, no. Go for it, man.
No, yeah, go for it.
This is a crazy story. Okay. So first of all, it wasn't trademarked in the US. So I did trademark it, SundayPaintball.com. I haven't trademarked SundayPB.com just to be safe. I'll try to Cliff Notes this. This is a wild story. So I start the Instagram. I start the registered trademark in the US, which I didn't realize is publicly viewable. right? So right when you start that process, anyone who wants to can see it. I didn't know that. So I'm already making stuff and kind of getting it out there, and I've got still friends in the industry, so it's going pretty good, right? But the trademark process takes forever. So eventually I was going to buy sundaypb.com and go from there. Well, I get hit up on an Instagram account. I'm Sunday.paintball. I get hit up from Sunday_paintball that says, "This is awkward." It could have been you, Eugene. Were you messing with me?
No.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So this is a guy out of Canada that also did screen printing and embroidery, and said, "I'm trying to start something new and interesting. And I saw that you're registered your trademark in USA, but I have it registered in Canada." And I said, "Well, that is interesting." And I said, he said, "So where do we go from here?" And so, this is all over Instagram. So I've got time to think, right?
Sure.
And so I write him back the next day, and I'm like, "Look, I really see this going three ways, right? Either we work together and we try to do something in both Canada and US, or you sell me all your assets and you pivot to something different, because USA is paintball, right? And I've got friends in the industry. I've got still many pro friends in the industry." I said, "Or we go head to head and best man wins." And so he goes, "Let me think about it." And then the next day he messages me and he's like, "I'm gonna sell you all my assets."
No kidding.
I swear to God. And he had just bought sundaypaintball.com after I looked at it, and for $4,000, and I was like, "That's way too much money." So he swooped on it. So he said, "I will," and he was a perfect gentleman about it. Alex, if you're watching this, shout out. We had a great conversation about it. He was a perfect gentleman. Everything he said he would do, he did. Everything I said I would do, we did. It was a great business. And so he sold me sundaypaintball.com. He sold me the rights to Sunday Paintball in Canada, registered trademark. Like, he was totally gentleman about it. We've even talked more about it since then, like how things are going. So, but it was wild. At the exact same time, we were thinking about doing the exact same thing. Now, he didn't have the same mission statement as me, so it was a little bit, he was going to go in a different direction. But what we're trying to do is really important, and I think a lot of people have jumped on board because of that, because they realize that, to have a true, I don't like the word socially responsible, but I mean, really, we're the Tom Shoes of paintball. I mean, really, we're literally built our business on trying to give back.
That's awesome. And that's,
and I'm glad you brought that up, because I was about to. So again, scanning back on your Instagram, you made it like, it's a single post, black, yellow lettering. It says, for every $1 that Sunday Paintball makes, you're putting $1 back into the industry. Yep. A, I'd love to talk a little bit more about that. And then B, how is that going so far?
I mean, it's going fantastic. I mean, obviously we're making clothes, right? So we're not making billions of dollars yet. When we do, we'll be happy to give billions back. I promise you that. But I mean, gosh, the support we get, the orders we get, and I made a conscious decision not to sponsor any teams, because I wanted to be very nimble with what I could do, right? And so if I see, so I'll give you an example. There was a GoFundMe account that showed up, and it was for Alaska Paintball, the interior of Alaska. And they were literally trying to just buy a bunker set. They're still refilling their tanks off of scuba tanks. Remember when we used to do that in 1997? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing paintball.
We were still doing it in 2003.
Okay. That was, yeah. I was trying to, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like they're literally, like the paintball they're playing is 2003 paintball, and they just want a good bunker set. Well, I love having an account where I can look at that and go, perfect. I want those guys to play some more paintball, right? So I sent $500 to their GoFundMe account. I mean, that was like simple, easy. I was ready to do it, right? Nice. A fun thing we love to do at events, my wife and I, which is after we have like a solid event as a vendor, we'll go give the last place team 10 cases of paint and just go, hey, don't get discouraged. get yourself some more Sundays. Jeff was born and raised in Listen, Jeff, this doesn't have to all be about you, okay?
It always, whenever we have Jeff on, it's always about Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, Garrison Brothers in the glass. Cheers to Texas whiskey. Oh yeah, Dan was bringing up something else. I don't know. We're very nimble with our giving back. When I see an opportunity, then I do it. I won't even say the name because there's sometimes I don't even like to. I like to help out. It doesn't always have to be broadcast, right? Mm-hmm. I was at an event and I played it, and this kid was walking around trying to sell his Hormesis headband, for whatever he could get out of it. And he's like, I can't afford the paint bill. Like the tournament's done. Like he owes someone paint money. He's like, I can't afford the paint bill. And he's like, I just need to sell this. And I'm like, guys, I got to take a walk. And then I walk over to his truck and I'm like, keep your headband. What's your paint bill? And he tells me what it is. And I just give him the money, right? Like come on, like, don't sell your stuff. Like so I like being nimble with the way I can give back.
Sure.
That's awesome. And that's, again, like that was something that we also saw, like Dennis said, on your Instagram that, dude, that's awesome to hear that you're literally giving back to the paintball industry. And back when we were doing it, we wanted to do the same thing. We just couldn't because
100%. This is the first time I have the means to do it. I mean, my wife and I both have great jobs. We don't get a paycheck. We've not gotten a single dime out of Sunday Paintball as a paycheck. I'm 100% honest with that. It's we either do it to make more stuff or we do it to give back. That's the only thing. Like we have great jobs, great life here in Tennessee. I literally started it just to give back. There's no other reason.
That's awesome, man. Really. So you know what? Sunday's all yours.
Thanks.
All yours.
Hey, I'll carry the church proud. I will.
Yes.
Oh no, believe me, you've already done so much with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be really. I would be very hard pressed to say that you owe us anything or anything like that, because at that point, we were starting to get off the ground, and I have a saying that life is always what happens when you're busy making other plans.
Sure.
And unfortunately, life took Eugene and I in different directions. He and I never stopped being friends or anything. And that's, hands down, it's because of paintball. You don't co-captain a team with somebody and then never speak to them again, Yeah. And as I've said many times before, our lives have been very parallel. Our kids were born 2 weeks apart and what have you. So, I mean, paintball's been very good to us, even though, we may not have been able to launch, Sunday clothing the way we initially hoped or whatever. But no, I mean,
look at this platform. You guys are doing other good deeds. I mean,
well, and again, very, very blessed that, the bug never entirely left us, and we're able to, like you say, give back in what way we can. And hopefully it's going to pay dividends. We've got some other irons in the fire, paintball related, that, they'll pan out. So you might be seeing these ugly faces more often.
Well, I mean,
Face for radio. That's what it's called.
Exactly, Luca. Exactly. Faces for radio.
Hey, whoa. Face. This face was made for you and me.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah.
No, you know what? The awesome thing with this, and you keep saying how the paintball community, the way the paintball community has come to you and has blessed you in so many ways. And that's something that we've always talked about on this show, especially that this community is different from any other community out there. Any other sub-community, subculture, whatever you want to call it, that's out there. Everything from, I've been in the skate industry. I've served, I've done all that and been in those industries and in those communities. There's nothing that is compared to what the paintball community truly is. You may see us being like totally aggressive out on the field and doing all this stuff, talking crap to each other. But once the balls stop flying and hitting you in the face, 2 of them. But anyways, we come together like no other before. If you hear somebody's in need, it's like you've got people coming out of the woodworks that are ready to help.
Yep.
And hearing your story and what you guys are doing with that, that's just proof of we're not in it for ourselves. We're in it for everybody else, and we're basically spreading the love.
Yeah. I mean, between your mission statement, what Chris is doing with Under Industries. I mean, there's so much.
I mean, even Thomas.
There's so much compassion. There's so much heart in this industry and in this sport that I mean, it's like Eugene said. It's like I mean, it really is. It's that family dynamic. Yeah. And there are very, very few other, cultures, subcultures, sports, what have you, that you can find that in. I mean, I had it happen to me personally. One day I was out at the field, my car died. I can't tell you how many people around me never met them before. Don't need. Hey, I think I've got jumpers over here, and this guy brought his car around. I mean, it was awesome. Yeah, it's minor, but there's a bunch of people who they didn't know me from Adam, and they were willing to go out of their way to get my car running so that I could leave the field.
There's 1,000 stories like that. I mean, we just had the Pro DNA classic event out at the farm in Tennessee. And I don't know if you guys did see this Instagram picture, but essentially one level down from a tornado went through the whole event the night before. And I got there and my booth was destroyed. Travis sent me a picture of him getting there in the morning. And I was like, oh no, this is bad. And destroyed. I mean, my aluminum frame all bent up, $2,500 frame just destroyed.
Wow.
I not only had guys there to help, there were guys, and shout out to the farm, all those guys, Spencer Sunday, amazing. There were guys waiting there until I got there to help. And we had it cleaned up in, hour and 15 minutes. And they were just on top. Like, they had stuff to do. They had games to get ready for, but they were just on top of it. They're like, no, we're going to help Brandon out. Again, the sport it's too great. And that's, we're kind of, everyone on this call is kind of like the second generation of the sport, right? Where we didn't quite start in the woods like everyone else, right? Yeah. The tournaments, but so it's time for us to start creating that third generation of the sport, and we have to give back and show them the way. And that's kind of what I'm hoping I can be a part of, is get some more people playing and help them understand how great this sport is.
Absolutely.
I mean, we just had Thomas on. It was last week, right, Dennis?
Last week.
Yeah, last week. So talking to him about what he's doing with the kids.
He's building an army.
Oh, dude,
and not just his own kids.
Everywhere. Yeah, dude, they are definitely killers. And but hearing what he's doing up there at Impact is awesome. And hearing the stories that he was telling us, it was like, dude, he's building up the next generation. Hearing what Lupe is doing with AC Kids, helping them out, and everybody is starting to actually invest into the young guns.
Yep.
Which is we've never heard of that before in our industry, but it's awesome to hear. But we also know that. I mean, I don't know how old you are, Brandon, but as far as the other three of us in this, we're getting up there. And,
I'm there. I'm 40.
Oh, okay.
So you're just behind us. Yeah, you're just behind us.
A couple years behind us, but I mean, we're all getting up there to that point. And Jeff, who's in here, Jeff, you're getting old too. So I just want to.
Yeah, but those Asians, we can never tell.
You, man.
We can never tell.
So pretty.
Yeah.
No matter what age, it's like, God.
Yeah.
Even Lupe, look at him. Yeah.
So
I had to make sure I didn't have my anime mask on.
So,
you really don't
look at that handsome devil.
Hey, you know what? At one point, my hair was getting up there because I wasn't able to get to a barber. I was getting that Jeff sneer down. I had it.
You almost had it. Now, Brandon, I wanna not only kind of backtrack, but get a little bit off of the central topic. So you had mentioned that you actually worked down, because Eugene and I we're here in Southern California. And I spent some time working for a shop. I'm just curious, which shop did you work at?
I ran Paintball Ace in Corona.
Okay. So Ace in Corona. Okay. Because the buddy of mine that got me into paintball when I played in high school, I don't know if you remember him or if you ever met him, Pat Taiwonks. He used to own Check It.
Yeah.
And then and he actually played for Avalanche before they became Avalanche. So he still knows a lot of he knows the Glazes. He has Shane is out playing with him and some of his buddies and stuff. So it got a little bit of that insight. But then I used to work for PPC here in Orange County.
Yeah.
And then I did some like under the table work at oh God, the name of the shop is escaping me, but it was in Anaheim, and the guy who owned the shop was he was one of Bud's proteges, basically. He was working with Bud Orr in the early days. And the young guy that worked there at that shop, I wish I could remember his name, but I think he played on the Bushwhackers with you. And I can't remember, but I remember he had tons of piercings.
Gosh.
I can see his face clear as day, but I can't recall his name.
Okay, so first of all, you worked with Eddie Dunca possibly at PPC?
I did work with Eddie. Eddie was my regional manager.
Okay, so Eddie was on Whackers with us.
Yes.
Yeah. I got a great story about Eddie Dunca. But anyways.
I'd love to hear it.
So it's a nice story. Then one of his good friends, Chris McAnally, you're not talking about him.
No, I'm not talking about Chris, but I know Chris. I knew Chris.
Yeah. A lot of are you not talking about Porno Matt, are you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. He had like a ton of facial piercings. I wish I could remember the guy, the name of the shop, but yeah.
This is the worst exercise to go through with me. I'm a terror. People will tell me what tournaments we went to, and I'm like, we were in Pittsburgh? I don't even remember. Like I horrible memory.
Oh man, dude, it's funny how small our community is, and it's like we can play the 6 degrees separation of Kevin Bacon, but through paintball, and no, we're only like 1 degree off, because like Dennis worked in shops. I worked over at with Sean Walker.
Okay.
I worked at Camp Pendleton.
Everything.
He actually helped build Pendleton.
Yeah.
I helped build Pendleton. I helped I did his RP, what was it?
RPL. Yeah.
I did the RPL with him.
Yeah.
And then before that, I was working with Sandy Johnson, which is oh my God, Adam, AJ's.
Yeah,
AJ's dad.
And Sandy worked with me at PPC.
100%. We've been on the same field together.
Yeah.
Before.
Oh, I guarantee.
All of us have definitely.
I guarantee it.
But we've all definitely been on the same field.
Sean Takeda, does that ring a bell?
Oh,
yes, yeah. Sean is another one of Pat's good friends, and he actually runs a shop in Gardenia called Time to Paintball.
Right.
Yeah, we know. We know Sean very well.
He was my roommate while I was a whacker in Corona.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I lived with Sean.
Dude, this is such a small world.
Yeah.
That's
no, Sean's a great guy.
Sean's awesome.
We had like 4 people paying rent and like 14 people lived there. Let me tell you the people who ran through that house. Rainey Stanzak, Bobby Aviles, rest in peace. Marcus Nielsen. All those guys were semi-lived at our house.
That's nuts.
That's insane. And how's this for a weird 6 degrees? Now Sean owns a house in my childhood home. In my childhood town. I grew up in Roland Heights. And
really?
he owns a house in Roland Heights now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I got to reach out to him. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
I've got his number right here if you want it.
I need it. I'll get it from you. I'll text you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, this is crazy. I mean, it's nuts just how, like, honestly, we didn't know if we would be able to get you on, Brandon, because it's like, you're in that industry with, or actually up there with guys that were like, you've played with guys that were like, we've looked
no. There's a little bit of a fanboy thing going on. I'm not gonna lie, Brent.
Yeah.
I'm a nobody, guys. Like this is.
But I was diehard.
I felt honored to get asked.
No, I mean I was diehard excessive though. So when I found out who the person behind Sunday Paintball, I was like, no way. And then one day, this is a couple of years ago, I was down at ASG for Lynn Trong's charity event. And I run into my buddy Pat and Sean, and who's standing there? Shane Harrison.
Wow.
I'm like, and then Bud Orr is right over here, and he goes, "Here's my phone." Bud Orr gave me his phone number and his address. It's like,
dude,
so
Bud,
yeah. Not gonna lie.
Talking to Bud is freaking amazing. I love that guy. Like, he's such a great guy. He's all heart. That dude is seriously all heart.
I don't know him that well. I haven't got a good conversation with him.
Dude, if you get a chance to talk to him, that man, I mean, he'll talk to you and he'll give you advice about everything. And like his biggest advice to me is go work out. I work out every day. And how old is Bud, Dennis?
He is in his late 70s now.
Yeah. And he's all like, my wife goes and does CrossFit. I'm like, what?
Wow.
I can't even get myself up to go walk down to the corner store. This guy's still working out. But yeah,
he's not wrong.
It's crazy that a lot of the people that we have met, and like you said, you watched the interview with Rich Telford.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've noticed or if you paid attention to me. I was just in awe the whole time.
Yeah.
I was just like,
yeah,
I'm talking to Rich Telford.
Yeah. But he's like that. He's one of the best guys in paintball. He seems tough on the surface, which he is, but he's one of my favorite guys to play for. He's such a good guy.
He was, like every time I'd see him at the field and I wanted to approach him, I'm like, he's intimidating. He's an intimidating dude. When we started talking to him and then we started talking about kids.
Oh yeah.
It was like, all right, we're on the same level then. Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
But,
love Rich. Love Ron. There's too many good people. I can name 1,000 good people in this sport.
Yeah. 100%. No,
and I mean we've got one right down underneath me, Lupe.
Yeah.
I know you're super humble about it, but you really are one of the personalities that stands out when it comes to the community.
I just ride my daughter's coattails, and that's why I'm where I'm at. But
I'm not gonna lie, this is true, Lupe. I mean,
hey, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie about the golden goose in my house. I mean, it's not. It's like Haley. It's like Thursday. It's like, yeah, I guess B and Jacko said they're sending me a gun. I'm like, oh, that must be nice. But it's funny you bring up Rich Telford because I don't know if I told you to, but last time at Cup, me and Haley had just gotten into to Orlando and we're waiting for our bags, and he was standing off to the side of us, and it was probably close to midnight. And yeah, he's a great guy and all. Whoever was on the other side of that phone wasn't getting that side of his personality.
Don't get me wrong. You want to be on the good side.
I just remember that. I was like, and then Bart goes walking by. I'm like, oh boy, here comes another dark cloud. It was like,
I wonder if it was Aaron.
Rainbows and sunshine. I caught the bad end of that conversation a couple times. Let me tell you.
I was just like, I don't know who he was on the phone with, but I'm like, yeesh, I'm just gonna walk this way.
Yeah, I wonder if it was Harrison.
Oh God.
I think that conversation may have been afterwards.
Sorry,
So Brandon,
I had to ride the edge there and get a little controversial.
so Brandon, aside from doing the clothing, what is, and you said, you got a big boy job. What is your big boy job?
Yeah, so I oversee recruitment for 210 physical therapy clinics across 17
wow.
states. Yeah.
That's pretty good. Dang.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Do you have like formal training in like physical therapy as a?
I don't. I've been in healthcare recruitment now for 13 years. 11 of it's been in management, mostly all inpatient in the four walls of a hospital. And I just went to this company a year ago. So retail physical therapy. And so I've got 5 recruiters that work for me, and it's amazing. It's a great gig.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome. Yeah.
California is one of our largest networks, actually. I live in Nashville, but California is one of our largest markets.
How long have you been living out there in Nashville?
This summer will be 4 years, so pre-pandemic.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Nice.
You'd think we have a crystal ball. We moved out of California pre-pandemic. We bought chickens last year. Like we know, if you want to know inside betting,
before Huntington swept through and killed all the chickens.
Yeah.
Brandon, what are the next lottery numbers, please? Just speak on the private chat.
I think I could probably pick them at this point. I really do. I feel very, very lucky in my life.
Man, dang. So you had your own eggs. You got lower taxes than us, great gas, better air. You got everything great, man. I'm jealous.
Except Eugene, it's really hot.
Oh, it's not as hot as you think it is.
I know. I'm totally like spitballing here because I'm trying to
85 and humid over 113 and dry any day.
Yes, I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I don't do well in the humidity. I was just actually last year I was over in Louisiana, and it was humid as balls.
Yeah.
Like my balls were retreating inside me to try to stay cool. It was so humid.
That's super far south. That's we get all 4 seasons here in Tennessee.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not that bad of humidity. I could deal with it, because I've been
No, it's not. You actually have great weather. I'm just trying to find some way to make,
California,
the decision to stay in California.
And here, let me put it this: you said lower taxes. So I just did our taxes a couple of weeks ago. You get to the state income tax part and goes, "Oh, your state doesn't require you to file. Skip this section." It's awesome. It is awesome living here. Lupe has the same thing in Texas.
Yep. No state income tax.
No state income tax.
God.
Yep.
Well, I got a couple more years. I got to wait till my daughter's out of school.
I
The
hear
other
that.
kids are out of school, and then we are gone. We're out.
Come visit
of the state.
Tennessee. I've got room for you to visit. We'll go play paintball at the farm. It's all good.
Oh my God, dude.
Well, see, look at that, Eugene. Now it's a competition, because we got Niles wanting us to move to Texas. We got Mike telling us to come to Florida. Now Brandon's saying Tennessee, although Lupe's in the Texas camp, so it's weighted.
Just do like the Lone Wolf guys and do a Texas tour, and just like they did.
Although I will say, and I'll reinforce the Bunker Fest thing, because I think those events are amazing. I've been to a couple of them now. The Texas paintball scene is exploding.
Oh,
and
yes.
You gotta give it some credit, where you can't throw a stick without finding some good paintball there. So that'd be a tough, if that was still part of your plan in the future, that'd be tough to argue with. But Tennessee's amazing, and we got some good paintball here too.
It definitely, and it's something that we've been saying, and because we've been seeing the scene at Texas starting to grow even more. That back when you were playing with Excessive, that California was the mecca.
It was
for paintball. Now we're seeing a shift, and it's going east, and we're now seeing it right there where Lupe is at, along with Lupe and Niles and everybody else. It's in Texas. There's no denying that.
It's no denying. I mean, it's a 2-hour flight from everyone. It's hard to argue with. Being in California, those Florida events were a beast. So I mean, Texas they got a lot of space. It's a 2-hour flight for everyone. That's why.
Yeah, that's you hit it right there. They got a lot of space, whereas here in California, I wouldn't say we're running out of space. It's just that when it comes to a paintball field, with all the eco garbage that you'd have to go through, hurdles to jump over to create a field. It's like, well, why create a new field? We'll leave the ones that are there, and that's it.
Well, and land is expensive, and they're gonna tax the crap out of it, and yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of reasons. I could list all kinds of reasons to get out of California, but we'll keep it a clean. We'll keep it a clean show.
Hey, you know what? I'm right there with you, especially after today reading an article that just put that Governor Nuisance has just said that units that are part of the Guard are going to be in San Francisco to help police up the drug dealers that are like becoming more prolific.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a good use of your guys' time.
Oh, not just, I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyways, I'm not going to get on that. We're going to get away from that. So anyways, yeah.
Dan's totally making a case for Texas paintball right now.
I'm telling you. Oh. And in fact, this is something, and Lupe, you're welcome to jump in on, if I can make it happen. I actually would love to do an episode where we've got some, representatives from Texas, Florida, and then, here in California, so we can talk about, the evolution of, paintball mecca, so to speak. Because at one time, like Eugene said, here in California, very, very strong, paintball culture. And then it kind of drifted off, and Florida came up, and now we're seeing Texas is exploding. So, if things keep going the way they are, man, I ain't going to be in California much longer either.
I'm going to go to the great country of Texas.
Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, this past weekend, every major field here was having pro practices with 3 teams, at the least. Wasteland here in Houston, Fit, where we were at, and then X Factor, or 4 what is it? Outlaw in Austin had the Russians and Notorious.
Well, there. even Legends was still running. They've got the Cyclones were practicing over there with team out of New Zealand, the Titans.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Haley was telling me about that. God, what was it called?
The Manawatu Titans.
Because Haley knows more people than I do, and I've been playing for 25 years. She goes, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and she said that, and I was like, the Unga Bunga what? And I'm like,
just for all those of you guys out there, that was Lupe that said that. That wasn't.
That was my Captain Caveman. What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you need two things to have a great paintball mecca: good weather and people to play against, right?
Yeah.
And so Texas has both those right now.
Yep.
It definitely does.
Yeah.
But also the great thing is that, like, I know that fields over there are willing to cover their field if it snows in those areas. Where here in California, it's just like, well, the field's there, and if it starts to fall apart, well, it falls apart.
Yeah. That's a topic for another day, but unfortunately.
But Brandon, a question off of paintball.
Yeah.
Aside from paintball, what else do you enjoy doing?
So I got a beautiful wife and 2 beautiful girls, right? 11 and 8. So we've got, busy household. We have a motorhome, and we love camping. So
nice.
we're actually gonna embark on a work/trip. My wife and I both work remotely. There's another blessing, right?
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna go on the road 52 days this summer when the girls get out of school, and we're gonna hit 13 states. Halfway point will be Yellowstone, and then come back down. So we're going to work from the road, find cool lakes and stuff to work at, and that's our plan. So that's kind of what we do. We're trying to get to all 50 states by the time my wife and I are 50 as a family.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, so call it the 50 by 50 campaign. I think we're going to crush it. We're at 21 now. We're going to add another 13 this summer. So I think we'll probably get there at about 45, if I'm guessing.
Jeez.
That's fantastic, man. I love
awesome
that.
to be able to have a job that allows you to do that. I mean, jeez.
But more to the point, you have a goal, you have a long-term plan. People who are watching this either right now or the VOD later, emulate that mindset. Have a 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Not enough people have that 5-year plan.
Yeah,
I just think that if we don't do it, we'll look back and go, what were we thinking? I know that I'm smart enough to know that I have 1 to 4 more years with my daughters where they actually like hanging out with me.
Right.
And so not all of us are as lucky as Lupe, where the daughter picks the same sport as them, right? But so I'm gonna make the most out of it. And because of that, I don't get to the paintball field every Sunday. I just don't. Right. And it's just not. I love the sport and I will continue to give back, but that's just not the stage of life I am right now. And I love my family more than paintball, if you can believe that. And I love paintball a lot. So I just want to take advantage of my girls while I can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I just started pulling my daughter into playing paintball, and actually just last week, or not last week, what day is it? This is Monday. Just Saturday, we were at a soccer tournament of hers, and she's all like, "Hey, Dad, when are we gonna go play paintball again?"
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. I was like, well, we're trying to figure out a day. But what made my heart even, flutter even more was she's all, "Dad, when are we gonna play Dungeons and Dragons again?" I was like, "Oh my God, you are my daughter."
And then you woke up.
Oh no, it was that part. I was like, yes, she wants to do both. I still got her for a couple more years until she's
How old, Eugene?
She's 13.
Okay.
So I've got her for a couple more until she says, "Dad, you're a freaking nerd." It's like, yeah. Haven't you figured that out? I mean, look at all the stuff behind me. God, I am. So
yeah. Meanwhile, I'm getting yelled at for not bringing paint to the right field by my daughter.
When in reality, it should be, "Dad, thank you for all of the time you put in."
Oh man, I was so hot. You know, when you get into an argument with somebody that everybody else around you gets quiet, that's what it turned into.
Oh my gosh.
So just sitting there, and she goes, "Oh, where's our paint?" And I'm like, "I think it's still in the pit over at Field 3." And she's like, I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And so I start getting up, and she goes, No, don't worry about it. And I'm like, oh no, you didn't,
Oh my God.
So yeah, her paintball career is a blessing and a curse. So mostly a blessing, of course. Coattails.
Oh yeah. So you just kind of have to be like, "Yes, dear."
Yes, dear.
Oh man.
So Brandon, I know we've actually had you on longer than
we intended, but
I've loved it. This has been great.
Yeah, it's actually been really awesome to have you on, and then hearing about all the connections that we all have is so awesome. I mean, to be able to have you on, honestly, dude, it really is like we're fanning out because, again, who you've played with, what you've been on, what you've done. And it may not seem like it, but we, like I was talking to Dennis earlier about this, where I'm like, so, what I was just like, I didn't know what to say. And then also on top of that was, "Hey, what was his last name again?" And I was like, there it is. I couldn't remember for the life of me, and I'm sorry about that. And plus, I'm glad you got a sense of humor, because when I saw those pictures, like the one where the first one where I don't know, I forgot who it was that you were hugging, and I cropped him out, and then put the other one in next to it, so it looked like you're hugging yourself.
It looks like you found a fun version of me who is also hanging out with a funner version of me. Like that's what it looked like you created.
That's what I wanted when I saw those pictures. That's what I was going after. And it was just like, I hope he's okay with this because I'm just gonna put it up.
Yeah, that was World Cup last year. I had a mustache. I was Ted Lasso for Halloween, so I was still growing back my beard, and I had a mustache, and so you got all the great pictures. But
oh man,
I loved it. I was like, yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah, Eugene, you don't remember that from World Cup last? Oh yeah.
Oh, Lupe.
God, man, Lupe getting the digs in.
Yeah. Brandon, that's what he likes to do to me every time because he likes to bring in the fact that we can't make it out to Cup.
No, it's not a can't. It's a won't.
I want to.
I have went the last 2 years. My wife just texted me because I told her it'd only be a few minutes. I've went the last 2 years as a spectator, and boy, have I loved every minute of it. Like when you can go and enjoy paintball and just drink the beer and sit in the VIP and just watch paintball and enjoy it as a spectator, it's a different level. I went to a million World Cups as a player, and it was hustle and bustle. But man, when you can go as a spectator, so much fun. And the NXL, Chris is doing a great job at Bunkerfest, 100%. The NXL does a great job at World Cup, a fantastic job. They kill it and crush it, and I will never say a bad thing about it. Like, if you can go as a spectator, go as a spectator and enjoy the game.
He is right. I hadn't done that since 2018. I still have a good time, though.
But we definitely want to try to get out to it.
Yeah.
Who knows if we'd be able to get out to it? Hopefully, maybe this year if we can sell it.
Maybe this year.
Yeah, maybe
this year. If people would stop feeding all their dogs chocolate and things like that, then I could actually get time off work.
Yeah, and if this state of California can stop rioting and starting fires during the time of World get away from my job and go. But
Dennis, are you a vet?
I am a veterinary nurse.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
Yeah, he's the one that seriously, Brandon. If you have any questions about your pets, call him. I'll give you his number.
Oh yeah, I mean, all jokes aside, not a problem. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help.
Well, we need to exchange numbers anyways because I need to get you in contact with other people, and vice versa.
That would be
awesome. I actually just sent over Sean's number to you on the chat there.
Great.
But yeah, I mean, like I say, I have absolutely no problem answering questions. I'll do whatever I can. I mean, I'll say it right now, and I'm sure I can speak for Eugene. I mean, we made yet another friend that I really look forward to, us keeping in touch and moving forward, working together. So
absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. I think you guys are doing a great job here. Production value is off the chart. If I can introduce you to anyone else in the sport, let me know. I'm happy to help. And I'm going to send you guys some gear so you can do a gear review.
Hell yeah.
That would be fantastic.
There's your send you free stuff. Finally.
Yeah, we put that up every so often where it says send us free gear. It's a joke, but send us free gear, guys. Come on, really.
Yeah.
See, how about a Sunday paintball with the sexy sax man? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely need to talk off the air. Yeah.
I got to send you some of the stuff that you know what? I know your wife is actually waiting for you.
It's all right. It's all right.
She's probably standing just off camera with her arms crossed like this.
With the rolling pin?
It's just going to be a swift. Oh, well, for us Mexicans, we get the swift chancla where it's like, wow. Okay, I'm done. I got to go.
No, she's great. She's probably just making sure we're good.
All right. Yeah. Well, so Brandon, we're going to let you go, but hold on for 5 minutes really quick.
Okay.
We'll come back into the green room. Lupe, as always, we love having you on. But
yeah, really appreciate you coming on, Lupe.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, I got to step myself up. Okay, so we are going to end this section with Brandon. So we're going to do this. So Brandon, like I said, sit tight. We'll be right back with you as long as Lupe doesn't have any comments that'll throw me off my game and I won't be able to end the show. But
well, hang on before we let Brandon tell us where we can find you.
Thank you. SundayPaintball.com. Easiest way. You can read about our mission. You can shop our store. Sunday.paintball on Instagram. We're not on Facebook because I don't like Facebook, so we're only on Instagram. And so that's how you guys got a hold of me. So yeah, that's the best ways. Those are the two avenues. And I mean, thanks to everyone, Dan, everyone, Jeff, Mr. Osborne for support. These are all Sunday fans, and I couldn't thank you guys enough.
Yeah, you definitely brought the fans.
Thanks for having me on, guys. This was very cool. It was very fun. I had a blast.
No.
Oh,
yeah, no, not a problem at all. Thank you.
We want you to come back to the show, and if you want to talk like the movie stuff, we'd love to have you on our other show that we have. So
yeah, absolutely. Come on Wednesday. We can talk all kinds of nerd stuff.
Oh boy.
Lupe's just sad because then he won't be the center of attention.
Oh no! I'm just saying.
It doesn't seem like he needs the limelight.
All I do at work is watch movies while I'm working. So, like, I watched Blazing Saddles today. So,
great movie.
I just
Blazing
watched
Saddles, and I've rewatched Ski School about 3 or 4 times just because I'm trying to get everything out of it. So,
I just watched. Oh my God, Life Force. If you guys, Life Force is a B movie, and I mean, I'm going to say B because a lot of boobs.
It's not like Mac and Me B.
No, not like Mac. Oh my God, Mac and Me. All right, Brandon, we're going off track. Let's let Brandon go, and then we can end this show before we.
Yeah, it's poor guy.
Brandon, real quick, are y'all going to be at any events in the near future?
Oh, Lupe, that's a great question. It is hard. We're a 2-person show if you count my wife, 4-person if you count my kids who do run the booth.
Yeah,
a little bit. I mean, I've been telling Chris I'm going to get to his Bunker Fest every time, and other than LAX. And also, I'm really upset with the way our booth got destroyed in Tennessee. So I'm like kind of against booths right now.
Yeah.
So the answer is I don't have anything on the radar yet, Lupe. It's a great question. Thank you for asking. I love supporting. I make all Chris's event shirts. Designed them, and so I love supporting that all. It's just tough. It's just tough right now. But thank you for asking.
No, just so the public knows.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I was leaving a trail of dust going past them between AC Kids, the Royal Cheesecakes.
Yeah, that's right. That was amazing. The meat place. Mm-hmm. I forgot their name. They had the sausages. Yeah, they were local. Yep.
And then the weed wagon was there too.
That's right.
So yeah, so I never.
That was a real. I thought you were joking.
Dude. I could tell you some green room stuff, boy, because at this past Bunker Fest, our Destiny tent was right across from there, and it was just funny watching people negotiate 2 steps out of that wagon after their samples.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
All right, Brandon. All right, Brandon. This time for sure.
Thanks, guys.
Let you go.
Appreciate it.
Oklahoma.
Thank you so much, man.
Oklahoma. Have a great night, guys.
All right, good night. Lupe, thank you for coming on, and thank you for doing the
absolutely. Thank you so much, Lupe. This is it's always a treat to have you on, and I mean that wholeheartedly. You are so much fun. So
well, y'all are a good bunch to talk to, regardless if it was Monday or Wednesday. It would just be the same kind of conversations, and so that's pretty awesome.
No, I appreciate it.
And I will tell you all about Life Force on when we do Wednesday. Okay. Actually, we won't do this Wednesday because I won't be home. I'll be on the road. But
yeah. So
all right,
no midweek geek this week, and I think next week, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody's got homework. So speaking of between the eternal struggle between Star Wars and Star Trek, have y'all ever seen that movie Fanboy?
Yes.
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 Definitely. I like that movie. But
The only reason I say it with that tone of voice is because I got lumped into that group. Both the people in that movie, my ex-wife was like, "That's you."
I will take a van like the one that they had in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
With
Hey,
all
I
the
take
sound
Kristen
effects and
Bell
everything.
at that time too.
Yes. Yeah. But all right, Lupe, we're gonna pull you out also because we got to end the show, and we got Brandon waiting for us because we've gone a while. So
I will turn my massage chair on.
yes. Oh, okay. Please, they're catching on to what we're saying. So, all right, Lupe, sit tight. We're letting you go for right now.
There he goes.
All right, Lupe, massage yourself. Enjoy it. Oh man.
This?
I wanted to show this too. Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah.
Over at World War Paintball. Really quick, I just want to show this. Yeah, I got my jersey or my sweatshirt. So it's a really great sweatshirt. I'm actually sweating balls right now because I'm wearing it because I had to. Well, I didn't have to, but I said I would wear it. You guys see that? Can you see that? Not just my butt.
No, the green screen blocked you out.
I know the green screen because it's green. Green don't work. But yeah, I picked this up and it's actually a nice sweatshirt. So they do some really good stuff. And like we always like to do is, promote everybody that we've now met and and just spread the love and tell you guys that, they got great products and stuff. So World War Paintball is definitely I like their jerseys. I got a really cool jersey, which was during their Pokemon jerseys, which I'm a huge Pokemon fan anyways. So check them out, worldwarpaintball.com. And yeah, really cool stuff. So, and again, thank you to Mike. I don't know if he's still on. He probably is. But for this amazing headband, dude, this is freaking, it's awesome. It really is. I'm just seriously stoked about this. But yeah, we got to end the show. But again, check out Mike on Instagram at Charm City Paintball. And if you message him, he will answer right back because he loves to talk to everybody, which is awesome. And I actually had a really good conversation with him recently about skateboarding. So it was, because we're right there in the same age range. So anyways, so hit him up, check him out, check out his headbands. He's got a lot of great stuff. But as for us, as Dennis is already putting up there, because that's kind of like that whole starting to roll the music at the Academy Awards. Shut up and let's get off the show. You can reach us at Behind the Mask Media on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, at gmail.com. Gmail.com because it's Behind the Mask Media at gmail.com. It's all
right.
Behind the Mask Media. You can reach out to us. You can catch us on soon we'll be having our OnlyFans where it's Dennis just straight Donald ducking with the jersey. And feet pics and that'll be my feet pics in some on Foot Finder. So we're expanding to everything, guys. We're going all out. We just want to get all kinds of attention. So, and if we're going to make it out to, yes, my Crocs, my Pikachus, but we want to get out to World Cup. This is the way we're going to do it. Unfortunately, we're going to sell ourselves like a bunch of whores, whatever.
Right.
But if you guys also want to support us, this is something that we've been doing, and it's Buckaroo Bonsai. Buckaroo's been the biggest supporter of this, and it's
You gave me a cookie, I gave you a cookie. You gave me a cookie, gave you a cookie. Gave me cookie, got you cookie. You gave me cookie, I got you cookie, man. Gave me cookie, got you cookie. We're even, Schmidt.
Yeah, we're even. Thanks to Buckaroo. You can actually go onto our Don ducking with his Crocs. Definitely. But you guys can go onto our Instagram, and on our link tree at the top of it says buy us a cookie, and you can help support us to do more. actually, with the funds that we have already raised, we are going to be putting out some T-shirts. I'm just waiting for my designs to get back, and we're going to be doing some behind the mask T-shirts soon. And I'm not saying we're going to be selling them all because we also want to give some out, obviously. But we're going to be making those, and we want to make more shirts to be able to not only give out but also, obviously sell some. But anyways, that's it. That is it for us, guys. It's been a great night. It's been great to have both our guests that we've been on, and the fact that we found out that Brandon ran in a lot of the same circles that we did because it's paintball. Like we were talking about, paintball's community is amazing. It's small, but it's ours. It's Ohana. I just pictured Stitch saying that now. So there we go. Loop back to Lupe too, because of what Haley has on her gun, Stitch. There we go. Anyways, that's enough of me babbling on. I think this is now kicking in, which it is. So I got to eat afterwards too, because it's got to quench down that caffeine.
Right.
I'm babbling on, guys. It happens. So, anyways, I'm just gonna take us out because we're done.
Take us home, Gene. Take us home.
So, like I always say, get out there, drop your cash onto those counters of those small stores out there to help support them. And then also onto those fields, let's help them build back up. Those that are in California need help, a little bit of help to build their fields back up because, obviously we want to be able to play on some good fields. So get out there and do that. Also, as I always say, so this is how we take it out. If you can shoot, you can move, then you can play.